That did such a good job. I'm like floored. Also going everywhere. Okay, cool. No. Stop. You can be mad at me if you want. Hey girl, welcome to Emmarie Lane. Where my goal is to find the best beauty products for the best prices. And in today's video, we're going to be finding out what the best affordable pore filling blurring primer is. I went on the hunt, looked over the best reviews, best Amazon reviews, reviews on Allure, all that stuff. Also my own experience. And these are what I found. I have the super duper cheap, and then I have all the way up to one that is a little bit more expensive but goes on sale a lot, so I'm still counting in this video because I think it's that good. We're starting off with the ones that are kind of in between. They're not crazy cheap, but they're not like almost not cheap. Over the next 2 days for me, same video for you, I'm going to be testing out the 4 primers for at least 12 hours and then compare, see which one's the best. We got the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Pore-Minimizing Primer versus the Milani No Pore Zone Mattifying Primer. I will tell you why I got really excited about this one in particular. I'm going to be doing the Milani on my right and the CoverGirl on my left. Starting out with the Milani. The actual makeup, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Tinted Serum, and I know you're like, a tinted serum and not a foundation. Yeah, this stuff is like a lot more like a foundation than any other tinted serum, and I know how it wears, and I also cannot find my physician's formula healthy foundations, which is what I normally use for these. So this is a good replacement. Let me grab my phone and get you a nice close look at my pores on the side of my face. We're really testing these out. That's the before. You can see they're really something. I'm gonna make sure I actually get this side of my face in there. So according to Amazon, it says meet your matte in the no pore zone. The lightweight matte ultra blurring and pore minimizing primer perfectly preps the skin for flawless makeup application. Silky formula nourishes with lily plus bamboo extract. And let me tell you what I'm saying about the bamboo extract part. Bamboo extract is in the milk blurring primer, and that stuff is incredible. So I was really excited to hear about that. Hopefully it works out the same. I think this one was like 3 different blog articles talking about the best pore filling primers. It has 4.2 stars on Amazon, but it doesn't have that many reviews, so I don't know. It goes for $9.49 on Amazon. That did such a good job. I'm like floored. Here's the after. See what's happening? Can you see any pores anymore? Because I feel like you almost can't. Moving on to CoverGirl. Oh, this one didn't have a seal thing, and it is also going everywhere. Okay, cool. No. Stop. According to Amazon, it says, create the perfect canvas before applying your makeup for a long-lasting, flawless look. Each True Blend Business Base Primer is formulated to deliver specific benefits. Oh, they have more than one. Interesting. To your unique skin. So purple's pore minimizing. It helps extend the wear of makeup, long-lasting, weightless feel, oil-free, fragrance-free. It's an Amazon Choice product. It has 4.3 stars with 3,000 reviews. I also believe I heard about this one on the blog articles, and that's what led me to it, but maybe it might have been a mix of Amazon and blog. It goes for $7.86, so it's a little bit cheaper than the Milani. Okay, how'd this one do? I did pretty dang good, but I think the Milani did better. Ready for the close-up? I still have blackhead. The pore filling primer isn't going to get rid of blackheads, but so obviously the CoverGirl is not mattifying, but it is oil-free. So for any type of primer video, I normally like to just use cream product, so no powders except for like underneath my eyes where there's no primer. That way there's no like possible idea of like makeup being helped by powder. Look how beautiful. Like I can't. That's gorgeous. Now with this foundation on top, you notice they look a little bit more similar. This one still has a little bit more like texture compared to this side, but the foundation definitely helped that gap. I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup. It's currently 9:52, and then I'm going to go about my day. I'll do a check and halfway throughout the day in natural lighting real fast because I want this video to be a million years long, and then we'll see what happens at the end of day 1. Okay, now that I'm looking in more natural lighting, I didn't do the best job blending out my bronzer on my forehead. That's a big bummer. Focusing on like the sides of my face where I get really oily and like things start to get weird. Either side looks just fine. Like it looks the same. Nothing's changed. Wait, doesn't shock me too much for the Milani one, but the CoverGirl one, I had no idea. Milani one still looks smoother, especially like when you look further back, it just looks more put together. Okay, we went to day 1. All things considered, things look really good. Like, let me get a little closer. Nothing looks really crazy except for my forehead on this side. That looks a little crazy now that I'm looking at it. It's like kind of patchy and bunched up right here, and then the bronzer kind of got all wonky. This side, it's pretty okay. My face isn't really oily on either side, which is surprising considering the CoverGirl one is not for oily skin necessarily. There are no dry patches. There's not really any issue. I would say, honestly, they're both pretty good, but this is better out of the 2. Now, if you don't want matte coverage, out of the 2, you'll probably want this one, but the bamboo extract is worth it in my opinion. But I really want to compare this to the other 2 primers, so we'll do that. I'm struggling with the ring light today. Round 2. We got the most expensive versus least expensive. So least expensive is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This stuff is amazing. And then we've got versus the Touch and Soul No Pore Blem Primer. This stuff, I'm going to say it right now, is more expensive and maybe not considered drugstore price, but it goes on sale so often that I'm counting it, and you can be mad at me if you want. At least 50% of the time it can still be considered affordable. So I'm doing. We'll do the Rimmel on the right and the Touch and Soul on the left. Starting off with the Rimmel. According to Amazon, it says 1 to lock in your look. Begin your day flawlessly. If you want to minimize the appearance of pores and even out your skin tone, this primer does it all while creating a velvety base for makeup to help it stay on all day. Ultimate Life Formula. It says only lasts 8 hours. It lasts longer than that, or at least I haven't had the experience of it only lasting 8 hours. I guess timing it today. So interesting. It says it can especially be useful for the under eye area to minimize pores. I don't really have a large pores under my eyes, unless they're talking about here, like under eye, and then here, like on your cheeks. But they would just say your cheeks, I think. Weird. It goes for $5 or $5.97 to be exact, but it's so cheap. 4.4 stars with over 37,000 reviews. A lot of people like this stuff. How we look at people. See, this stuff does such a good job too. Got some in my hair. It's fine. And sometimes I just forget how good it is. Moving on to the Touch and Soul. It says the pore minimizing formula of our primer tightens pores, giving a lifted effect to dull, saggy skin. Okay. It has collagen to help minimize the appearance of wrinkles, fine lines, and smooth skin texture. Wow, I didn't know it had collagen in it. For oily skin, instantly hydrates the skin and prevents moisture loss by strengthening the moisture barrier. It'll give you a healthy looking face while regulating oily skin and controlling sebum production. Wow. It has tea tree. Oh, so that's something to know. If your face does not like tea tree, this is probably not for you. I know some people can be kind of sensitive to it. It has 4.3 stars with over 12,000 reviews, and right now it is $15. So, see, it's still like it's that $15 is kind of up there still, but it's like, isn't the worst ever. So, like, if you really like the results, might be worth it. Okay. See, this stuff's so good too. I have bigger pores on this side for whatever reason. It does such a good job. So, get the close up the phone. Okay, I don't know where it is either. Why am I so good at losing foundations this week? We're going to use this because it's pretty similar and I also know how it wears. I'll be able to tell. It's fine. Now that I have it half on my face, I'm looking at the L'Oreal one. It's fine. It was literally right in front of me. I'm kind of surprised. Both sides are kind of giving off a little bit of dryness, which I don't remember normally happening. Maybe it's just my skin did it. I mean, pore-wise, both sides look incredible. Like, so good. Ugh. So good. We're still gonna test things out. I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna go about my day, do a check-in, all the things, and we'll see what happens. Okay, it's crazy windy outside. I don't know if you'll be able to even hear me, but this is what things looking like. I feel like they look about the same, don't you? It was actually like 3 hours later than it should be. I got really distracted and forgot to do a check-in, but it's better late than never. So far, I think everything looks pretty good. I forgot to say, I ended up mixing the Maybelline and the L'Oreal Tinted serums, so still got some pretty good coverage. Like, I feel like there's not a super great update, so I'm just gonna let you see the end of the video. I feel like the makeup looks really similar to yesterday. Like, it looks so close. If I'm going to be nitpicky, things are kind of falling apart right here where they really weren't as much yesterday. That's basically the only difference. Oh, well, the zits kind of coming through on this side. There's like very little difference. But for the people who want matte or want, especially for the summer, you know, like when you get gross and sweaty, you kind of want that base. You might not want that for like your final look. You still might want glowy for the rest, but this is good to keep underneath especially. I don't think you need to spend money on this one unless you really want to. Like, you like the ingredients, but I know some people are sensitive to tea tree. If you're like, I just want really cheap, this is good, but I think this is a little bit better. I think it holds up better. I think it smooths a little bit better, and like, it's not, I guess it's technically like twice as much, but like, this is really cheap to begin with. The Bamboo Extra, man, I'm telling you. If you're mixing this new Maybelline tinted serum with the L'Oreal tinted serum interested in you and you want to see the difference between the two, you can click right here. I'll link everything I talked about in the description box below. Those links are affiliate links, so I do get a small percent of the profits of using my link to buy the product, but it does not affect you in any way. I love you so much, and don't forget that you are enough. Bye!